Another man made my phone ring, hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone, hello. Bling, bling, blow, mad, I'm like, wow, what did I do now? Don't you get me, okay? I might pull a ticket out of my account, okay? Just to show you how to count, okay?
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in week 4. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. If you look at this Browns defense, they're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He finds the rookie, Zay Flowers. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. The Ravens at 2-7 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Beckham. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson. That is caught. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gutsy throw. It turns out to be a good one now. 1st down on a pickup of 11. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they pick a field goal, turns out to be the better call here.
Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first. It 3's in. No touchdown there, but if that first drive was any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Play action, now Thompson Robinson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Look at this Baltimore defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Justin Malavike
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now...
And he's going to go down again. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, Corey Bajorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with the score, Ravens 3, Browns 0.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first.
They made a nice effort to stick him with Moss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
1st down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Right back to Mitchell here.
Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this 1st half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match. and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
A 44-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. They begin this drive with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Thompson Robinson now.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Thompson Robinson now to throw. Finding more on the out route for the completion.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Right side, and he finds Gray.
Sheds off the tackle, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22.
22 yards. First down, Cleveland.
Here we go, set.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw. Able to find Gray here.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Thompson Robinson looking to throw it. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. York able to to send this one through.
And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson on first down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
At the 31-yard line.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw here.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Grant. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
2nd down and 3. The DTR going to throw it here.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st down, here's Thompson Robinson. Right back to Njoku.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Again, Thompson Robinson will look to throw here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Down the right sideline.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 10-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. They'll run with Chubb. Shoves him aside. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Chubb.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. Third and goal. Thompson Robinson will sneak it.
Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. So no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on fourth.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go in the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up fourth down.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on fourth down. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here comes Grant on the return.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offense.
There he goes, right side. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14.
137 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Thompson Robinson now.
Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
And 4 at the Ravens 8-yard line.
To throw is DTR.
And that's off the mark, incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Out of the gun, Thompson Robinson. That is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Elijah Moore.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Now Cade York for the extra point.
And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Browns 10, Ravens 6.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
How about teamwork?
Now it's Jackson.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for Raven first.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive. And they're off to a fast start here.
Olave holds it in.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mitchell.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Anthony Walker giving that O-line fits. He gets in there to drop him.
That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion for us there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good, and that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over. The
Cleveland offense ready to go. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
He's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Thompson Robinson here from the gun. Finding Gray on the out route.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Getting in there for the tackle, Marcus Williams.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Play action, now Thompson Robinson. Finds Gray on the comeback route.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They give the Chubb out of the game. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Thompson Robinson.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Keep it up. Keep it up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion.
And now look at this. Big gain by Fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joe Bitonio.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
Thompson Robinson will look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The offense on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Thompson Robinson throwing here. And this pass caught by Gray.
Well, they have a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Going for it. Thompson Robinson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
This is 1st and 10.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here's 1st down. Throwing, Jackson. And this one taken in by Olave.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building.
Now Jackson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Denzel Ward.
Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Here comes a big one as this crowd gets out making some noise. It's 3rd and short. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Jackson to throw.
Now he's flushed out left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's 2nd down. Jackson.
Flushed out right. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Here's Jackson.
Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Jackson.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting into midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest there.
So for the Browns,